Well, while we wait for the world to get back to some kind of normal, it's going to be a while before B2B comms go F2F, which means it is time to think about your on-screen performance. Whether you are zooming in for your weekly whip or even pre-recording a keynote or presentation, I'm here to give you 5 tips to improve your on-screen performance. Have you ever noticed when you're presenting, your voice seems to get a little bit thinner and higher as you go along speaking? That's not just nerves, that's you physically running out of air. You need air to produce sound. That's just the mechanics of how the body works. If it's a piece that you're going to edit, grab a big one before every take, and that gives you enough runway. If it's live, speak in short sentences, stop, give yourself enough air each time. Now, if you feel yourself running out and you want to try and race to the end of the sentence, don't. The air will run out before you get to the end of the sentence, or at least your voice will go higher. You'll trick yourself into thinking you're nervous. All that air coming in and out can also dry out your mouth. Oh, you don't want dry mouth or that clicky sound, especially if you're on a close microphone like a lav or a lapel. Water should be in an open container, like a cup or a glass. You don't want to be fiddling around with screw caps. Things that are cold contract. So ice on your vocal cords, they contract. So ice water, cold water, not a great idea. You'll feel a little bit constricted or strangled. Again, you can trick yourself into thinking you're nervous. Tap water, room temperature, even slightly warm water, perhaps even a nice cup of tea. Maybe a rum. When is a good time to take a sip? Let me tell you, it is not immediately prior to the point when you are about to unless you're an actor, and a very good one at that, don't bother trying to memorize every line of what you're going to present. Instead, just focus on understanding your material. Give yourself a few notes. You can put them on palm cards or even just have a notebook. The great thing now that we're all on screens is all this stuff can be out of frame. Nobody has to see your water over here, your notes over there. The upside of this approach is that you'll be more authentic. You'll be more believable, and you'll never forget an important point, such as buying Izzy tacos. Wait, what? Izzy.
That was a great take, loved it, loved it. Just do one more, bit more energy.
Timing is a big one. Make sure you are using the time for your presentation and not having it use you. This is one area where I really think preparation and rehearsal can pay off. You want to run your presentation against a stopwatch a couple of times and make sure you are bringing it in at a canter. If you feel yourself running out of time, you're tempted to talk a bit quicker, pack all the words in and hopefully people will get it, but guess what they're not understanding? Oh, it is very easy to lose track of time in a longer presentation, so have a watch or a countdown clock just out of frame, nice and big. Most phones have them, or you can get dedicated countdown apps. It's weird, isn't it? At the moment I'm talking directly to you, looking at you, but I'm really not. I'm just looking into this camera, thinking about you. That's the trick we've got to get ourselves around. Our audience is inside that lens. It's very easy to forget, probably because we're so distracted looking at ourselves just over there. So perhaps turn that off if you can. Another good trick is to have a picture or a cutout of an audience or a friendly face static right above the lens. My eldest daughter actually told me a great trick about putting a couple of those googly eyes, put them either side of the lens, and that just tricks you into looking back down into your audience's eyes. I'm Barrie Seppings, founder and director of The Transfer Desk. Those were my 5 tips for better on-screen presentations. In the meantime, wear a mask.
I'm sure this tacos a good idea.